This is question 7 from the first CSAT sample paper. So in this question we're given a Taylor expansion for log of 1 plus x. So this is x minus x squared over 2 plus x cubed over 3, and it just says minus dot dot dot. But either by recognising the pattern or by having seen this before, you should know next term's x to the 4 over 4, then we're going to get plus x to the 5 over 5 minus x to the 6 over 6, etc. So the minuses and pluses are alternating, and then the number on the bottom is just the same as the power. So in general we should provide a range of x for which this is valid, but they haven't given that to you, so you just imagine you're in the range where this is valid. And now what we're asked to do is to expand log of 1 minus x over 1 plus x squared to the 4th power, so up to and including an x to the 4 term. So if you want to have a go at this question yourself, pause the video now. Okay, so what's the first thing we're going to do? We shouldn't really use anything except what they've given us. So you might know ways of finding expansions, but this is what we're meant to use. So if we just look at the top and bottom, imagine we just had log of 1 minus x, that would just be the same as this, but subbing in minus x for x. And if we just had log of 1 plus x squared, then we could use this again, but sub in x squared for x. Again, we're ignoring the range of x for which this is valid, but they don't tell us to in the question, so we can ignore it. So how can we get logs of these things on their own? Well, we're just using the log rule that log of something divided by something else is log of the top minus log of the bottom. So that's what we're going to use. So here's the thing we're calculating. We want to calculate log of 1 minus x minus log of 1 plus x squared. And now we'll work out the expansion of each of these things in turn. So this one, we're just taking the expansion we were given and then replacing x with minus x. So before we had, I put this all in brackets, before we had x as the first term, now that's minus x. Then we had minus x squared over 2. If we change x for minus x, then minus x squared is the same as x squared. So we still have minus x squared over 2. Now the cube, we get an extra minus from here. So where we had plus x cubed, we now have minus x cubed. But where we had minus x to the 4, we now have minus x to the 4 again, because it's an even power. And then we only want powers up to x to the 4, so we can ignore everything else. And now let's look at the expansion of this. So that's being taken away. The first term, it was x, and now it's x squared. The second term was minus x squared over 2, so that's minus x to the 4 over 2. And now we've already got up to the 4th power, so we can ignore the rest. So now we just want to take the terms in here and take away the terms in here. So if you look at the x term, that's just going to give us minus x. The x squared term is going to be more complicated. So let's go through. We get minus x. Then we've got minus a half from here and minus 1 from here. That gives us minus 3 halves x squared. Then x cubed, this is never going to give us odd powers, so we can just look at this one. We've just got minus a third, so that's fine. And then x to the 4, what have we got? We've got minus a quarter from here. We've got minus is plus a half from here. So we've got a half minus a quarter is plus a quarter, x to the 4, and then everything else we ignore. So this is our final answer for the terms up to x to the 4.